Here are today's top news stories and why they matter. Early results from Uganda's presidential election indicates President Yoweri Museveni has taken a commanding early lead as vote tallying continues. According to the Electoral Commission, he is ahead of his main challenger Robert Kyagulanyi, widely known as Bobi Wine, based on partial results submitted so far. With just under half of polling stations having reported their figures, officials are still compiling more results, and supporters from both camps are anxiously watching the count unfold. So, when can Ugandans expect the final tally? The Electoral Commission says it plans to announce the final presidential results within 48 hours of polls closing, meaning the country could know the next president by Saturday, provided the tallying process stays on track. Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan is facing criticism after offering sympathy to diplomats and foreign residents over the 6-day internet shutdown during the country's disputed October 2025 elections, a gesture many citizens say pointedly excluded them. DW's Imani Hendrik Luvanga has the details.
During her meeting with diplomats, President Samia Suluhu Hassan discussed economic cooperation and diplomatic ties, but placed particular focus on the unrest that followed last year's election. She emphasized that democracy is a continuous process of growth, saying every political system faces its own challenges and that there is no universal formula to resolve them. Some political analysts view her engagement with diplomats as a positive move towards addressing what she described as international stain left by the October 29 demonstration. She also reaffirmed her commitment to establishing Truth and Reconciliation Commission as part of efforts to pave a way for a new constitution. But while the president extended sympathy to diplomats over the elections period internet shutdown, many Tanzanians are asking, why wasn't the same consideration shown to them?
Of course, it's wise because it's a good thing to maintain the relationship between Tanzania and other countries, but also it's also better to tell the citizens on the internet shutdown or on the issue, or to direct their sympathy to the citizen.
She should have a bit talked to the citizens to know what happened, what they felt, what they went through during that situation. Or because there are a lot of citizens that actually all their businesses depended on internet perform. But during that time, everything was out.
The President, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, to apologize to the ambassadors and diplomats is the right thing because of the international and bilateral relation advantages.
The timing of President Suluhu Hassan's comments has also raised questions about whether her outreach was influenced by mounting international scrutiny, coming just 2 days after DW released its investigative documentary on post-election violence in Mwanza. Here is an excerpt from that report.
Stories, rumors, and eyewitness accounts of killings by security forces during election in Tanzania in late October are everywhere. The exact death toll is still unknown, but rough estimates by UN experts reach at least 700 individuals countrywide. Eyewitnesses and survivors have told DW that the police gunned down scores of people at protests and others in their own homes.
You can watch the full investigation on DW Africa's platforms. And finally, severe flooding in South Africa has devastated communities across the northeast, forcing Kruger National Park to remain closed for a second day. At least 19 people have died since the heavy rains began in November, and 9 more are feared dead this week in a village near the park. So how are authorities responding? President Cyril Ramaphosa traveled to Limpopo to assess the damage and meet with rescue teams. Officials warn that the risk of further casualties remains high, and Kruger National Park will stay closed until conditions improve and it is safe to reopen. And that's all we had lined up for today. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel DW Africa. I'm Lucy Riley. Bye for now.